Hi guys, I'm back with another weekly analysis. As we know, last week, July candle open is a 6-month candle. Since then, we've been moving down. We came up a bit on the dollar index and then we started moving down. So, what I currently have plotted out is basically this order block over here. We have quite a bit of wicks over here as well. So, in my eyes, one possibility. I just want to be careful, right, that price doesn't continue higher. If I'm feeling short-term bearish, I want to make sure price. I want to keep in mind that price may come down to later go up, since we have a lot of wicks over here. But so I'm basically eyeing the bodies of this general order block. Of course, on the 1 year, we do have a yearly gap, so that's definitely something I'm keeping in mind. We still have 5 months before that candle closes. But on the 6 month, we have a new candle over here. And so far it's been going down. So goes to the monthly. So yeah, we came into that. We displaced through that monthly CB, came back into it, found some support, closed up here. But currently it seems like we're moving down. Short term, we also have this possible monthly order block over here, just highlighting the premium and discount. So this is the 6 month down here, this general 6 month, and we have a monthly CB that we anticipated probably being used as support, but we'll go down to the lower time frames and have a look what has been happening. So we got a previous year's high up here, and the previous year's low down here with the yearly CB. Okay, let's go down to the weekly. All right, so currently we have these equal highs, which I think will buy side liquidity, which I think will eventually be taken out, including this trend line here, possibly. So I'm anticipating price possibly coming there into the future, but we may be moving lower first, even possibly into this yearly gap down here. Remains to be seen. We also have an order block and this wick here, so definitely looking at that as well. Okay, so we don't need this at the moment. So I'm just going to highlight this little order block over here. So I'll call this, just let me rename it to weekly bullish OB on the 1 week. And of course, somewhere in there, we got the mean threshold there. So I'm keeping an eye on that. So this entire range here is the 6-month order block that we saw earlier. But I'm feeling short-term bearish because we had this weekly busy. We displaced through. Okay, we used it as resistance. We came down to here, came back up. Couldn't break that high. All right, kind of created a similar structure. And now we're breaking down again. This breaker was used as support after this weekly candle got created. And now we displaced right through it, including this weekly gap here. Okay, so we haven't reached here yet or deeper into this wick. So I'm anticipating, let me move this path line, anticipating this weekly busy to be used as an inversion gap to go lower. Okay. Or this monthly, or this weekly breaker, inversion breaker. And we have more into the wick here as well of this range. Okay, so we plot out this range. We're just going to put the normal fib so you can see. Okay, yeah, so equilibrium would be here. OT would be around that area. If we go down to the daily, we can try and spot a refined POI to take a short. Okay, so we have this busy on the 1 day. We closed pretty low, it traded into it and then moved down. So one possibility is to even come into here again, or this volume gap. or there's a opening gap here, as you can see the overlapping bodies. But basically this week I want to see lower prices. I wanted to wick into one of the PD arrays and then go lower. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so throughout the week we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right, so okay, interesting. So I like this. We're not creating much structure, just creating a lot of building up liquidity to be taken out. So if we go on the 1 hour, yeah, a lot of choppiness here. So it's hard to say at the moment. Normally Tuesday or Wednesday makes a classic high of the week, so I may wait for one of those days. I did not check the economic calendar yet, but I want to see what high impact news is coming this week as well. As far as POIs on this time frame, maybe 1 hour is a bit too little. 6 hours, so we could come higher. We could even come back into a premium. Okay, so at this point, I'd go look at the euro. See any confluence? Sorry, any confluence there? All right, so we did come into a 12-hour R2F gap, and let's go to the daily. Nothing much on the daily. Sorry, go back to the 12-hour. Came into the gap, made a new high, and now we are somewhat retracing. So we could come into a 12-hour gap here daily. That's the daily gap, but I want to look at the weekly. Okay, inversion gap. It'd be nice if the weekly comes into that before moving higher. Okay. BSL. What time frame was I looking at there? Yeah, so we had a 3-day breaker. Price is in there now, but I'm anticipating possibly higher prices. We're at a premium PD array. We're creating bullish PD arrays as well, right? So if you look at the pound, we came into a weekly gap with a breaker. Very nice. So it's equal highs that should possibly be taken out. So that's why I'm anticipating the euro possibly making another high. A lot of stabs up. One more time, stabs up. Big green candle here. So we have this possible order block down here. Okay, so it's either two things. If you create bodies and then a big body up, so what things can you create? An order block or a possible breaker, right? If it breaks down here, this becomes a breaker, and then confident we'll move lower. If it doesn't break this range, as in the weekly doesn't close above this, below this order block, then yeah, I'm more inclined to be bullish. So we might get a retracement because if you go down to the daily, there's bullish fair value gaps, inversion gaps, and we came into this busy. But on the euro, slightly different, a bit more on the consolidation. So I think we'll come into this SIBI. So I may look for a short-term short. Short-term short. Yes. So what do we have, right? We have, nice. Price came into this SIBI here on the 1 hour, right? And then now we are moving lower, possibly creating a breaker here. So if this closes in, nice, 13 minutes, possibly at a short there. Targeting where? I reckon targeting lower. Yeah, for the week. So we'll see. We'll see what gets created before London kill zone, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm just gonna look at these two pairs. If you want to go look at, if you want me to look at anything else, feel free to request, and I'll be glad to do it. If not, I'm not going to go through every single pair. I gave you my bias for the dollar index, so gold would be in line with a bullish if there's a declining dollar usually. Forex pairs, of course, dollar XXX would be bearish if dollar is bearish, and XXX USD pairs would be bullish if dollar is bearish. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Thanks guys. See you next time.